Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. As always, thanks so much for being here and clicking on this video. I always appreciate that. So we're going to be talking about the Clayface movie. I believe this movie is supposed to be debuting in cinemas next year in September, so September of 2026. That'll be here in no time at all. I could not be more excited for this movie, a body horror type movie based on the Clayface character. Remember, we did get our first look at Clayface in the new DCU in that episode of Creature Commandos, so it's pretty cool to see him there. But yeah, a body horror movie based on the Clayface character. This is going to be something insane. But it looks like we now have a director attached to this movie, so this is all the more exciting as well. So let's get into this article, let's break down some of this news and see what's going on with this Clayface movie. So this comes to us from Comic Book Movie. Clayface has reportedly found a director and has some seriously impressive horror experience. So yeah, not just any casual director. This director has worked on horror movies before, and he's got a great track record behind him, which is all the more reassuring for fans of this upcoming project. So there's a lot of intrigue and excitement surrounding DC Studios' Clayface movie. The Fall of the House of Usher and Dr. Sleep's Mike Flanagan has penned the screenplay, and it's no secret he wanted to take a crack at the character for several years now. James Gunn, meanwhile, has confirmed Clayface will be set in the DCU, meaning there's at least a chance we'll see the Brave and the Bold's Batman make a cameo appearance. The project is one we've heard will boast a lower budget and likely lean a little more into horror than most comic book movies. Yeah, so I did do an update on this movie. It was probably last month sometime now, but the reported budget for this movie is around $40 million, which I think is an absolute perfect place for this movie to sit when it comes to the budget. When you make a budget for a movie like this, a Clayface movie, I mean, a Clayface movie, as far as I know, has never been made before. So it's a kind of a uncharted territory when it comes to DC characters. So for a movie like this, it's a body horror type movie. It's a movie you can spend a lower budget on, and it's something you need to test the waters with. Are people going to show up to a Clayface movie? Are they going to show up? Aren't they going to show up? It's kind of, like I say, uncharted territory. So spending $40 million, that's a good budget for this movie, but still having enough money to make the CGI look great as well. Remember, Godzilla -1, $15 million budget, so don't tell me that a CGI Clayface movie cannot be made for $40 million when they made a Godzilla -1 movie for $15 million. So this movie can definitely be made on this budget, and it's a great budget. You wouldn't want to spend 150, 200 million on this type of movie, not being sure if people are going to show up to watch it. So I think they've done great with the $40 million budget there. So today, Scooper at My Time to Shine Hello. For those of you who may not know, this person is a scooper on social media. They seem to be an insider in the movie industry. They get a lot of scoops about movie news, right? They get some things wrong, so bear this in mind, guys. We got to take it with a pinch of salt whenever we're taking news from this source. Brings word that the filmmaker James Watkins is in talks to direct Clayface for DC Studios. After helming the chilling British horror movie Eden Lake, the filmmaker went on to direct The Woman in Black. That had Daniel Radcliffe, didn't it? Harry Potter himself in it, I think. And that was quite a good film from what I remember. And last year's well-received the downright brutal Speak No Evil remake. That was a fantastic movie. I had a great time with that. Obviously a remake. There was a movie that came out before, and I believe it's based on a book, if I'm not mistaken. But that film was really, really fun as well. That was a great movie. So yeah, he's got a good track record with a few horror movies on his resume for sure. So if Clayface is heading down the R-rated horror route, then we can likely expect Watkins to deliver a spine-chilling take on the villain that will see the movie lean into grotesqueness of the monster. It kind of feels like a better fit for the Batman universe than the DCU, no? It kind of feels like a better fit for the Batman universe than the DCU, no? I'm not really sure what they mean by that. It feels like a better fit for the Batman universe. Are they talking about Robert Pattinson's Batman universe? Is that what they're talking about? I'm not really sure what he means by that. But yeah, I mean, heading down the R-rated horror route, I mean, it'd be something absolutely just incredible. Guys, if you've seen the movie that came out, I think it came out last year with Demi Moore, it's called The Substance. It's a very graphic body horror movie where she injects drugs into herself to make herself look more pretty, and she ends up turning into this like grotesque monster, and it almost could be a type of Clayface type movie. She turns into this grotesque sort of hungered monster towards the end of the movie, and it kind of looks like Clayface a little bit, and it's kind of like that could be the kind of route that we're going here. If you guys have seen The Substance, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, Google an image of The Substance and you'll get what I'm saying. But the comparisons from The Substance to the Clayface movie you know, could be a similar thing that we're talking about here. And the substance was a pretty graphic, horrific take on body horror. And if they do the same thing here with this Clayface movie, this could be something absolutely insane. So regardless, while this shapeshifting villain has already made his DCU debut in Creature Commandos, like I was already saying, we did see him in that episode of Creature Commandos. There are multiple versions of the character in DC Comics canon, so that may have only been a Clayface. Either way, the series was developed before the movie became a reality, meaning Gunn may have to retcon the villain's demise. So yeah, spoiler, in that episode, I think he has a fight with Rick Flag and Frankenstein. And Clayface obviously comes to his demise, but he's a shapeshifter. He can mold back into shape. After Rick Flag and Frankenstein left the scene, you never know, Clayface could have reformed himself, or something could have happened that put Clayface back together. We just don't know. He's kind of a crazy villain, so anything could have happened after that scene had finished in Creature Commandos. But that's kind of a small update there, guys. So we have James Watkins in talks to direct Clayface. He's got an impressive horror resume behind him, so this is definitely an exciting update for people who are looking forward to this movie. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I can't wait to see what they do with it. They've got a great director. They've got a great kind of budget for the movie as well. Not too expensive, but not too cheap at the same time. So who are they going to get to star in the movie? The actors. That's going to be the next big kind of important update we get here. So stay tuned to the channel. Once we get any more updates on the Clayface movie, I'll make sure to inform all you guys, because I know you guys are excited for it like I am. But guys, thank you so much for being here. Jump down into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. What do you think about... I just forgot his name, so I do apologize. James Watkins. I was going to say Ian Watkins, but that's a different story we don't want to go into. James Watkins in talks to direct. What do you think about this? Do you think it's a great choice for the director of this movie? A bad choice? Whatever your thoughts are, guys, jump into the comment section and let me know. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave, and consider becoming a subscriber of the channel if you haven't done so already. It goes a long way to supporting my content, so I always appreciate that. And I will see you in the next video.